Hi! Before we get going, don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. We appreciate it so much, and let's get into it. World War I was one of the worst wars in history. Trench warfare spread disease, rats were commonplace, and mustard gas was a new, gruesome, and deadly weapon. In short, it was horrible, and was going on for much longer than expected. But on the Christmas of 1914, something happened that we might categorize as that elusive thing called peace on Earth. Today, sit back, relax, as we give you some exceptional history. On December 7th of 1914, Pope Benedict XV suggested that all the warring countries create a ceasefire for the Christmas holiday. And quite predictably, the countries responded with a no. However, as Christmas approached, the British and German forces became more and more sick of war and homesick. Quite organically, on Christmas night, the British began singing carols as they shivered in the mud. When they stopped, the Germans responded with their own carol, and back and forth they went through the night. As Christmas morning dawned, on both sides, tentative heads popped over the edge of their trenches and crept out warily into no man's land. At different points on the front, some called out to the enemy to come out or made rough English signs that said, "You no shoot, we no shoot." As the wary forces came together, nerves gradually relaxed into Christmas celebration. Small gifts of puddings and treats sent from home were exchanged along with handshakes. Though not all of the armies partook in the truce, it is believed that about 2/3 did. One soldier, Bruce Bairnsfather, wrote in his memoirs, "Here they were, the actual practical soldiers of the German army. There was not an atom of hate on either side." Another soldier, J. Reading, said, "We did not fire that day, and everything was so quiet it seemed like a dream." That day, the Germans and British even helped each other with the solemn task of burying their dead. Then suddenly, a soccer ball appeared among them. Goals were formed, and the Germans and British began an impromptu soccer game. Germans lit Christmas trees, pigs were roasted. A British soldier even found his former German barber, who gave him an impromptu haircut. And somewhere on the front, soldiers could even hear a brass band playing. One soldier in his diary wrote, "How marvelously wonderful, yet how strange it was." The English officers felt the same way about it. Thus Christmas, the celebration of love, managed to bring mortal enemies together as friends for a time. And another German soldier is reported to have said to his fellow soldiers, "Such a thing should not happen in wartime. Have you no German sense of honor left?" But then again, that soldier's name was Adolf Hitler, and most of the world has unanimously decided his opinions were poor. The truce faded slowly. Some soldiers continued the fighting by the end of the day, some held the peace until New Year's Day. In the end, the fighting had to continue. However, the British did have some trouble on Boxing Day with a very drunk German soldier who refused to leave their trenches and wanted to drink to their health. After some effort, they managed to get him back to the German trenches, staggering and singing at the top of his lungs as 2 British soldiers carried him on either side. Some attempts were made in the following years to continue the Christmas truce, but were squelched by officers. After all, this was technically fraternizing with the enemy, a big no-no in wartime. Such a truce has never been seen again, But the 1914 Christmas Truce is a story that continues as an unforgettable reminder of the peace the Christmas season highlights to all who will partake in it. I hope you liked that video. If you did, you know the drill. Please like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell, and leave us a comment to let us know if you liked this, if you didn't like it, what you thought about it, and we will see you in our next video.